G'day gang, Dan here, how you going? Back in the Elder Scrolls Online in the Deadlands. Now we've completed the main story, but it ain't over yet. No, there was one more quest over there. Cheeky little quest.
Tired of walking anyway.
So we'll go and check that out. Let's go Web of Lies. Devaith Fear.
You there. Ah, my dauntless companion from the Clockwork City. Bounding from one mysterious realm to another, I see. This is fortuitous. I find myself in need of someone with your skills.
What do you need me to do?
I recently discovered that someone intends to auction off Mephalah's chief artifact, the Ebony Blade. I hardly thought such a thing possible, but I leave nothing to chance. As soon as I began making inquiries, House Hexos cancelled the auction.
You think they cancelled the auction on account of you?
I am the foremost authority on Daedric artifacts and the greatest mage of our era. So yes, I'm quite confident they're trying to hide the weapon from me. A fool's errand. If you choose to assist me in finding the blade, I will pay you handsomely.
Alright, I'll help you find the Ebony Blade.
Our first order of business is investigating the auction house. It's just there, near the Nereid's fountain. Gather testimony, correspondence, anything you can. When you've discovered enough, meet me in the market near the Shamble's north entrance.
You been staying busy, Devaith?
Ha! Rest is a luxury the ambitious cannot afford. My business in the Clockwork City, while important, accounts for only a fraction of my grand design. I have interests in realms across the Orbis, including this one.
Will I see you back in the Clockwork City soon?
Yes. There's much left to do in Seal's domain, and time is not on our side. We should return as soon as possible. Or should I say, as soon as this business with the Ebony Blade is concluded.
Can you tell me about the Ebony Blade?
It is an artifact of the dread teacher Mephalah. At first glance, it resembles a katana carved from obsidian. But I assure you, it is far more than a simple sword. It is the lady's malice in physical form, a life-devouring instrument of murder.
And what will you do with it if we find it?
Do I detect some suspicion in your voice? If we recover the Ebony Blade, I will do what I do with all the dangerous relics I acquire. Keep it safe. I assure you, there is no one better equipped to safeguard a terror like this.
Okay, alright, Devaith. To the auction house.
Going once, going twice. Sold to the Daedra in the front. Now, help yourselves to some refreshment while my associates collect the next items up for auction. Always a pleasure to see a fellow mortal. These Daedric types, well, they're all a bit creepy, eh? But look at me, babbling away. Sorry, quick tongue, you know, comes with the profession. Here for the auction? Nothing but first-rate goods here.
I'm looking for something specific. The Ebony Blade.
The Ebony Blade? Well, that's, you know, not really my area of expertise. Daedric artifacts, I mean. Then again, there is a small errand that needs doing, a personal matter, you see. You help me with that, and my memory might improve.
Well, I've got a blade of my own that might jog your memory.
There's no need for that. I was just joking. A couple of Scoffins showed up not long ago, so they had to stow it away in the Hexos gallery vault, in the Shambles. Just don't tell anyone I told you, all right?
Right. To Galleria Hexos, Chief Consigliere of the House Hexos Trade Consortium from Fortis Cava. House Hexos Chief of Operations. Well, dear sister, that could have gone better. I just returned from a rather terrifying conversation with the High Commander of Ardent Hope, an inflexible Dremora by the name of Valkynaz Nokvroz. Apologies, I know how confusing you still find the Dremora and their outlandish conventions. Nokvroz is his name and Valkynaz is his title. Think of it as something between Prince and General and you'll be close. Anyway, Nokvroz commands the most powerful fortress in the Deadlands. He's one of Mehrunes Dagon's most important servants and he knows it. Anyway, you might recall we recently sent junior trader Falvior stolen with a crew and wagon to Wretched Spire for a load of malignant barb blight roots, which some of the locals gather for us. You know what kind of profits that plant brings from the Talvani mages. Falvior's team never returned, so I head out to Wretched Spire to investigate. There I learned that our employees were taken prisoner by a patrol of Dremora shortly after they departed with their load. They were marched off to Ardent Hope. I made some arrangements with our usual facilitators and obtained a writ of passage to negotiate Falvior's release. I met Nokvroz in the Citadel's audience hall, which frankly would put some throne rooms in Tamriel to shame. The Valkynaz stands a head taller than any other Dremora I've ever met, with broad shoulders and red eyes that positively glitter with contempt for his lasses. Many of the kin are stern, cruel even, but rarely have I felt such pure malice. Even with my promise of safe passage, I found myself wondering whether I would leave the chamber alive. Well, Nokvroz said by way of greeting, my subordinates tell me that you are some sort of merchant, and you wish to make a deal with me. I have no patience for either mortals or merchants, so speak swiftly. I decided to skip the pleasantries. Yes, Valkynaz, I present House Hexos of Fargrave. Your warriors detained some of our retainers near Wretched Spire. Valvior stolen and 3 others. I'm here to seek their release. No, Nokvroz stroked the black horns jutting from his chin, but did not seem amused in the least. They are where they belong. Only spared their lives so they might toil for Prince Dagon. Aha, I thought. I'd heard that Valkynaz was new to his post, in Dremora terms anyway, having taken command of Ardent Hope after the mysterious disappearance of his predecessor. I figured he was looking to establish some new expectations for the sort of bribes and fees we would pay to operate in territory he controlled. Surely we can offer something of greater value than 4 common laborers in exchange for their return, I said. Customarily, I began, but Nokvroz cut me off. I want nothing with you or your so-called house. That fluxed me. Then why did you take them? Nokvroz glowered at me. Glowered at me. It offended my sensibilities to hear of mortals wandering this realm with impunity. I will not permit it. This has never been a problem before, I protested. What has gone before is of no concern of mine, he said. If you care about the mortals in your employ, keep them out of the Deadlands. What about the Order of the Waking Flame, I asked. Your legions permit them to come and go from their various holdings throughout the Deadlands. Do not speak to me about the Waking Flame. Nokvroz snarled and shot to his feet. I retreated 3 steps without even thinking about it. It pleases Lord Dagon to let a few crumbs fall from his table for those snivelling mortals. I myself have no use for them. The moment my lord tires of playing with mortal cults, I shall gladly purge them all from the Deadlands, just as I have purged your foolish merchants. Or do you find my decisions unjust? I had a feeling that, safe passage or not, I was very close to joining poor Falvior in whatever awful situation he was stuck in. I would like to think that we do everything we can to help out employees who get into that sort of trouble, but talking with Valkynaz into making me his newest drudge would probably not help anybody, least of all me. Of course not, Valkynaz, I replied with care. I thank you for making your position clear. I will see to it that no more of my people trouble you here, with your permission. Nokvroz made a small sound of disgust, and waved me away without another word. So there it is. Given that Valkynaz's uncooperative attitude, I think we will need to modify our operations in the Deadlands until we figure out what local commanders can be persuaded to look the other way. We'd better use intermediaries and freelancers. and I'm afraid we will need to make the customary payments to the next of kin for Falvia Stolen and his team. I don't think we're gonna see them again. Well, let's go through here into the storeroom. Priority urgent. Auction house staff. By order of Galleria Hexos, we will delay the auction and sale of item M, blah blah blah, the Ebony Blade. The item has attracted undue interest from a member of House Telvanni, and management prefers to wait until this mage leaves Fargrave before proceeding with the sale. Please package the item and prepare it for transport. Scarfin agents Vrigo and Hizola will arrive within a day's time to collect it. Direct any additional inquiries to the staff office. In Hexos' name, Flavia Morena. Crystal key just left lying around. This masterfully cut crystal key radiates arcane power. Activate fear. Devaith. Oh, he's over there now. Devaith? He's... Alright.
So,
That is so, yes. When a spell takes shape, the Magnus sigil will glow. Simple.
timely as ever. What did you discover in the auction house?
They moved the Ebon Blade to a Hexos vault in the shambles to hide it from the Telvanni.
The Telvanni? Then it's as I suspected. Foiled by my own renown. Again. Intolerable. Well, there's no use dwelling on it. Did you find anything else?
Yes, I found this strange crystal key.
A key? Yes, that might come in handy. Can I just say how refreshing it is to find competent allies? A rare luxury, I assure you. Make your way to the shambles. There's a Hexos storehouse near the center of the district. Check there first.
Aren't you coming with me?
You needn't worry. I'll be along soon enough. A fair warning, the shambles is a lawless slum, full of far worse things than mortal indigence. Prepare yourself.
Why do you think the Hexos vault is in the warehouse you mentioned?
The size, mostly. Those Hexos Noirs are quite clever, by Imperial standards. They operate a number of warehouses in Fargrave, but only one of them is large enough to contain a vault of any appreciable size. I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
The shambles. Oh, looks like there's another quest there too. Wow, okay.
Let's ride!
A bit further ahead. Aha, another quest item. Dearest Rowena, the days are grey while I am away from your side. All I need to do is deliver an odd plainstone into the keeping of Nass, Madam Wim's assistant, and all will be well. I will have a pact and we can begin our lives together in Fargrave. I should explain this better. My dearest, I have entered a contract with a Daedra named Madam Wim. She and her associates pay good coin for certain items to be brought to him, or to them. You know what? You know that I have longed to join the Gleaners of Rubis, and, even though my skill level does not allow me access into the esteemed group, gaining Madame Wim's favor will surely persuade them to reconsider. I look forward to being in your arms again, all my love. Robier. Robier is somewhat deado. Okay, so we'll take that back to Nas, and that'll be another one of those quests. Maybe we'll finish that line now. Yeah, I don't know if... I can't remember if we actually came out here. Maybe we did. But I didn't really... I don't think I ever came back here, so... There you go. Alright. Back to Web of Lies. Which is over in this direction.
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing.
I got my footing. It's all good.
Off we go.
There we go. To Faith.
Warded. No surprise. Do you have that key near to hand?
I do.
Have a go at this. Well done. Now, let's see what they're hiding in there.
The Ebony
There.
Blade.
The ebony blade. Claim it.
An obsidian blade etched with the Daedric motifs, hailing Mephala, the Spider Queen.
As I suspected. Let's have a look at this so-called artifact, shall we? The fabled Sword of Leeches here within my grasp. I have my doubts. May I?
Have a look. Is this the real Ebony Blade?
Eerily sharp, masterfully etched, and completely fake. This is a forgery. A brilliant one, I admit, but a forgery nonetheless. While I respect this forger's skill, I cannot abide a glut of fraudulent artifacts taking up my time and attention.
Do you think someone in House Hexos produced this?
No, they're traders, not artisans. This is Daedric precision. I know a Spiderkith, Skrix. He's a small-time scoundrel who deals in stolen goods, counterfeit soul gems, that sort of thing. He might be able to point us in the right direction.
Where can we find this Skrix?
He frequents the Wishbone, a tavern in the Shamble's northern alleys. Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
Okay, alright. Off we go then. I don't know how I missed this quest. I actually had passed by that area. It's totally possible that I walked right past Vaithfir really early on and said, I'll be right back. I never did. Now, these are the side quests I'd like to get completed. But after this, I gotta go this way.
Off we go.
But after this, we do have outstanding businesses to attend to. Lyrinth does want to have another talk.
Got nothing to say to you, Fear.
Settle yourself, Skrix, and listen. I can make business very difficult for you if you don't.
You with the Ash Elf, Fear? Got no business with you. Got no business with him. Better scuttle off. stomp you otherwise, and peel you off the boot flat.
We're not here to make trouble. We need your help finding where this counterfeit blade came from.
Ebony blade, huh? That's the mistress's hot cutter. Somebody hammering out fakes? Clever. Got no idea where it comes from. Don't care. Tell Fear he can find it himself.
The Faith is threatening to make life very difficult for you. Help us and we'll leave you alone.
Threats, huh? With Fear, it's always threats. Scritty elf with big head and tiny wits. Fine. We'll cast a signal line for it. Finding ritual. Can find anything with it. After this, Fear pays you and you scuttle off. Final offer.
What else can you tell me about this ritual?
Nothing. Secrets of the skein. You find out the secret, you die. Quiet. Alone in the dark. Still want to know how it works?
I, guess not.
Smart. Enough talk. Put the sword on the table.
A seeking spider, eh? I do hope it works. For your sake. In fact, why don't you accompany my partner here? As a gesture of goodwill.
Lady's fangs. Did what you wanted. Cast the spell. Zafa. Let's go.
A ghostly spider, hmm? A bit garish for my taste, but then we can't all be squinty, desiccated skein spawn, can we? Before you go, I have something to give you.
What is it?
A bauble I purchased before we set out for the shambles. Keep it near to hand. It may prove useful.
A sundial? What does it do?
I pray you never have need to find out. Suffice it to say that it's insurance. Enough talk. Follow that spider. And don't take your eyes off Skrix. Not even for a moment.
Alright. Off we go then. Spiderling? Oh, there he goes. Skrix is behind me.
Just follow the Spiderling. Simple.
Why do I feel like this Spiderling's gonna lure me? Take me to some dark alley? And then Skrix is gonna put in the blades? On Spider, keep going. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is taking me. This doesn't look sus at all.
Keep going. Nearly there.
Skein row.
Torches in Skein Row? Liable to set webs on fire. Clumsy. Stupid. This is the place. Answers behind that door. In you go.
Me first, right? I know, he already went in.
Artificer's table. See? Another ebony blade's right there. Have a look. Flies in the web. Open up the lair, Fear. You'll never
Potent
leave.
magic, Skrix, but all too predictable. Quickly, assistant, use the sundial.
Light? What are you?
What? What just happened?
More talking? Just get on with it. Sooner you find what you're looking for, sooner fear's out of my webs.
What just happened?
What are you talking about?
We've been here before.
Not likely. Imagining things. Should get your head checked. Oblivion's no place for mortals. Scrapes your little brains raw. Torches in Skane Row? Life set webs on fire. Clutter. Stupid.
You leave.
A well-oiled torch burning bright. Alright, so we have a do-over, do we?
This is the place. Answers behind that door. In you go. Artificer's table. See? Another ebony blade's right. Flies in the web. Hope you like the lair fear. You'll never
Webs,
leave.
use that torch
No!
quickly.
Put it out! Stop! Stop it! Lady, curse you!
Well done. A respectable attempt, Skrix. But it will cost you. Seems we're finished here. Meet me outside.
Got nothing to say, Nirnling.
And that appears to be that. Exemplary work. From the looks of things, our web-brained friend here planned to sell several more forgeries. Now that we've apprehended him, the flow of counterfeit artifacts should grind to a halt.
So, what now?
Now, I provide you with the reward I promised, and we part company. Skrix and I have a great deal to discuss. I'd invite you to join us, but let's be honest. Carrying on a conversation with him is exhausting. You have my thanks, Sarah.
Alright, see you, Devaith. Farewell to you too.
You know, despite his simple nature, Skrix displays a rare gift for counterfeiting. I can think of countless applications for such a skill. Alas. For all their power, the Daedra lack one vital trait. Imagination.
Devaith, you just said farewell to me, and now you got more to talk about. Do you think Skrix will answer your questions?
No, of course not. He'll squirm and curse and prevaricate until I banish him. But even a lying tongue tells some truths. He will give something away. He always does. I only wish the process wasn't so tiresome.
Right. Okay. So now we can go back to hand in that quest. So let's do that. Let's go back to the Shambles Way Shrine.
I was tired of walking anyway.
Could find our way there. There it is up top. What? Cut it out.
Mortal, a word.
I'll have a word with you in a second, Lyra. Let me just go hand this quest in.
You again. You seem to be making a habit of this. Should I be flattered or just assume that you're the one killing my associates? I joke. Even if you were the one killing those who work for me, I'd still be flattered.
I found this gem near the body of someone called Rob here.
I am not shocked by this news. Mortals do not always know when to back away. This makes them exceptional employees, but does decrease their already limited longevity. You said you have the gem he was sent to retrieve?
Yes, here it is.
That's the trouble with mortals. Many don't have the experience to survive on the plains. Here, someone should have the gold that was set aside for Rob here.
Thanks for watching, folks. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the like button right here on this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, you can click on the old subscribe button, and you can click on that bell that's next to it to check out your notification options for when new videos arrive. And if you'd also like to catch me live stream, go check me out on twitch.tv/GameolioDan. See you in the next video.